And good morning. You too. My neighbor. So it's just been one moment after another trying to get my thoughts back together. I just made coffee and neighbor just walked by and she's heading up to her daughter's house to go and babysit her grandkids while her daughter goes to work. And um, right now it's civil twilight and sunrise is at 7:29 a.m. Hello, Teresa. Good morning. Hoorah, Devil Dog. Good morning. Um, we're on my cell phone, so I don't have EUMux loaded up. Maybe I'll do that later. It's just a quick little live stream to wish everybody a good morning and hope you all have a wonderful day. And we're gonna watch the sunrise together, I guess. Hey, Tiger, Duff, Fook, yes. Um, just watching the sunrise, man. Just watching the sunrise and giving a health update. Went to the doctor yesterday, and I've been put out of work for 2 weeks. Um, I've got what's known as calcific tendinosis and a shoulder sprain. So I get to go and make appointments for physical therapy, and I get to sit my posterior end uh, raw fabrics. Oh my God, I got the Chinese symbol now. So if you see the word fabrics, it's actually Tiger's name. It's a translation of Tiger's name in Chinese. It's kind of funny. Oh my gosh. So, hey Greg, welcome. Good morning. We're just watching the sunrise together. And I guess this is kind of a Q&A. Yeah, hashtag blame fabrics. That's so freaking hilarious. How the hell do you turn this damn thing off, man? I don't know. Have to deal with Mo Ron Sammy. Poor Sammy. He gets so much hate. So, um, yeah, I'm out of work for 2 weeks, and uh, it's kind of funny because the boss gave one of the cooks the day off today, assuming that I was going to be in. I texted her at 12 o'clock yesterday afternoon to let her know that I'm out of work for 2 weeks, and then proceeded to try to get my printer to work. I got a new printer about a month and a half, 2 months ago, and uh, it's it's on the Wi-Fi, but for some reason I could not get the scanner to work, so I took me a while to get the paperwork over to her, but I sent it to her via email, and it's not my problem that she doesn't check her email and that she texted me from a number that's not her own. Um, so I had the wrong number in my phone, but that's not my problem because it said her name on it. So who am I to know if that's her phone number or not, or if that's like something else entirely? We have an app at work that no, she's not happy with me, and I don't give a flying fart hole, man. I really don't, because it's like I got hurt and I asked for the L&I packet and she didn't give it to me. She was too concerned about the investor and corporate being in, that she couldn't be bothered with my injury. So it's like, you know what? Piss off. That's all I have to say. And I don't care if she's watching this. I really don't care. Don't care. Because if you don't care enough about the people that work beneath you, that helps to keep the ship running, then you know what? You suck as a human being. Yes, I said that. Do I do I feel remorse for saying what I said? Nope. Nope. Absolutely not, because you don't treat people um aggressively like that, and you just don't do that. You just don't do it. So, anyway, I sent a message. I sent a text message to my cook, and I said, I was wondering if you can work in the tomorrow, which was I sent this last night, and it was read, but it wasn't responded to, and I'm gonna laugh my ass off if she doesn't show up for work because she was given the day off, and that's the boss's problem, not my problem because I'm not there. I can't be there, and I can't run the kitchen from home. Hey Larry, so that was her mistake, not mine, not my circus, not my monkey right now. My circus, my monkey is getting my shoulder to feel better. The reason why I'm up so god danged early in the morning is because I woke up and the pain was just so bad, and I was laying on my back, and it's like that's how I woke up, and it's like it was just hurting so bad. It's like it sucks not being able to lay down on my right side. Yes. Hello, Gainager. Um, yes, I can be anywhere I want, but for right now, we're watching the sunrise together, so it's all good. But damn cold here, raining. Supposed to be in a winter storm warning this week. Blizzard up in the mountain. Um, we're just outside the outside the boundary for the blizzard, so we could get a little snow. Who knows? So Kraken 94 goes well in cornflakes. Just saying, yeah. Kraken 94 goes with just about anything. You know what? I left my coffee in the house. Can't believe that. Went and made myself a cup of coffee and forgot about it. Be right back. Just need to get my coffee. Coffee. That truck drives me a little bit nuts. No reason to wind it up. Anyway, so go wake Timmy up and tell him to watch sunrise with us. LOL. No, no, I don't want him up. Uh, I get some peace and quiet. This is my peace and quiet time where I don't have to listen to listen to him because he's got a Bluetooth speaker out here on the porch, and he likes to use the Bluetooth speaker while he's watching videos. So it's like anything that I'm trying to watch, I can't hear. Uh, so it's like I get to be in the peace and quiet. Hi, Courtney. Welcome. Come on in. Oh no, Larry. How bad was your storm last night? So anyway, yeah, my shoulder was just killing me. I think we already hit 7,000, Tiger. At least you slept through the storm last night. It's always a good thing. So how are you feeling, Larry? How's Mama? Tiger. I, yeah, I think when I got up at 5 o'clock this morning, we were already at 7,000. I think we were at 7,000. Let's see, it was 7,009 subscribers this morning. Total of 111.1 thousand views. 5.8K likes. 3K comments. 536 shares. And we had to take a break from the soup last night. It was like, I don't know if I could suffer another night of lactose intolerance. So we ordered out. We door dashed, and it's a restaurant down in Ording called Tim's Kitchen. And they're I don't know if they still are, but back in the day when they first opened up, that was their first location. Now they got 3 locations, I believe. One in Enumclaw and one over in Puyallup, East Hill area, and they just serve comfort foods, American comfort foods, and everything was scratch. Not really sure if it's still 100% scratch, but I wanted to get a French dip sandwich. I was like dying for a French dip sandwich. It was either that or good morning, Jerry and Susan. Um, Welcome. We're watching the sunrise together and just chit chatting, and have a little bit of Q&A if anybody's got any questions about anything that's up and coming on the Munchie Mafia. Be more than happy to share that with you. I have cleaned up the blog, so the link to the blog is or the website URL is www.chefcivvy.com, just like my name. I've just got a bunch of little random bits and bobs over there, but I have posted the tortellini recipe that we will be featuring this Sunday, as well as the sauce. Double Dog wanted to see tortellini, and Nina wanted to see Sicilian sauce, so that's what we're doing. We're doing that, and it'll be fun. It's supposed to be like a rustic, very, very, very basic kind of sauce. It's not like a marinara, but it's all fresh, and it's going to be a lot of fun. The lottery was won last night, so when are you buying a boat for me? I didn't buy a freaking ticket, Tiger. I'm not the one that buys the tickets, and so we're just gonna have to wait for the next round. Hello, have fun in nature. Welcome. It really was really good. Just that I am lactose intolerant, and I forgot to take the Lactaid 2 days in a row. So I was not a happy camper. Um, so we took a break from it. I'm gonna probably make more soup tonight for dinner. I'm gonna soup ourselves to death. Maybe next time what I'll do is I'll make a smaller pot so we're not eating it for 5 days. What I should do is just put it in containers and put it in the freezer, but who knows? With winter storm warning, um, we're supposed to get high winds around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's supposed to last until 6 a.m. tomorrow. Yes, I'm working on watch hours. I need about 500 more, so this is why we're doing this here and not on Squirrel. But it's a way to ask ask questions and talk about upcoming stuff. I've got like 6 weeks of stuff planned. Um, we got that and some Easter stuff. Uh, what Easter brunch looks like around here, and some brunch ideas. Um, and of course, Mystery Wheel of Misfortune, and we've got the key lime pie thumbnail up and going, ready to go. We will have Jerry Butler, but not Susan because she's going to be out of town. We'll have Eddie, and we're also going to have Jean, who is also known as Meritage Shades of Light. She will also be joining us. So it's going to be a little bit different. We highly recommend watching that one on a television that's going to be best viewed on a television because there's going to be 4 people up there this time around. So a little screen is going to be a kind of a pain in the posterior. Um, but Timmy's going to be having a lot of fun with that because he's going to have to uh, do a lot of camera switching back and forth and back and forth. Thank you. Have fun in nature. I would really, really appreciate that greatly. Waiting for this car to pass. That guy's a bit of a dick too. He always winds up his truck, and there's no reason for it. The sun is coming at me. Yep, as best as it possibly can. Anyway, we got rain today. It's pretty darn cold. I don't know what the weather is today. Yeah, it's probably about 37 degrees. Let's see here. Weather. I mean, uh, that's right. 38 degrees. That's funny. It says feels like 32, and yeah, I agree with that. Oh, okay, Tiger. I hope you have a wonderful trip. Catch you later, Tiger. All right, awesome. Thank you. Have fun in nature. I appreciate it. Um, let's see here. What else do we have going on? Swedish meatballs. Uh, Probably gonna need to do another Super Sunday. Let's see here. I'm looking at my calendar here. Oh, and sugar-free molten lava cake. That one is also a cook-along. So far, all we have is Devil Dog and Butler Family Farm for that one. Then we also have tuna noodle casserole on April 12th. That is I think it was Demoose that requested that one, and then Swedish meatballs, which is always a favorite of mine. Special edition on Carolina's birthday. Okay, so Timmy's got control of the birthday calendar, so I don't remember what day that is, Tiger. April 26th for Swedish meatballs, and then Mystery Wheel of Misfortune again on May 3rd. The next nearest one is for Mystery Wheel of Misfortune is April 5th. So, 422. That would be the cook along. Closest one would be cook along with uh, Jerry and Eddie. Sugar-free molten lava cake. So we're gonna have a lot of fun with that one. I love molten lava cake. It's so good. So I'll remember to stick a birthday candle in mine, and we'll wish Carolina a happy birthday, even though she's not celebrating it anymore, which I think is silly. So all about pasta is this Sunday, and had a sugar-free snow cone. Oh, I didn't know those existed. That's cool. I love snow cones. Snow cones and shave ices. Oh yeah, we have a Discord. So please, by all means, feel free to join the Discord. You'll also find some information and be able to chat socially with others that are part of the Munchie Mafia. Um, it's always a lot of fun. We haven't fired up the voice chat lounge. We should one of these days. But chefcivvy.com is my channel, um, blog for the channel. And you can put sugar-free ice cream on it. Does anybody have any interest in sugar-free ice cream? That's the question of the morning. Sugar-free ice cream. Does anybody have any interest in seeing sugar-free ice cream made? You don't have a maker. Okay. Hmm. I've got a really fancy one. It's made by Breville. What the hell's this? I got a weird email from work. Don't care. Don't care. So we got a new chicken. Let's see if I can get this to show up. Chicken banana. So he's gonna need a name. If Demoose was around, he'd probably come up with something. That's the new one. How many you got today? How many what? How many whats? So, um anyhow, that's a calendar up to May 3rd. Oh, how many windows does he have to do today? If you saw his truck, you'd be like, "What the hell, man? You drive that piece of garbage." uh, it's so hilarious. Cracks me up. That thing got hit by a semi truck, so it's like it's been it's yeah it's been through the ringer. He rear-ended somebody a long time ago in that truck. So the front end is all messed up. The back end is all messed up. The bed is tweaked. You can't even pull down the tailgate anymore. The tail light is busted, but it still works. But it's just freaking hilarious. Got sideswiped by somebody, so it's like there's like this massive massive scrape down the side of the truck bed. Oh, cool. What's the link to your what's the link to your blog? Is it the same as your name? You want to see the truck? I would lose signal if I walked over there. And my car is in the way, and there's a huge rhododendron also in my way. Morning, Des. So I I don't think I can walk over there, but actually, you know what? I think if I stood on the, if I, probably if I stood on the sidewalk, maybe. Let's take a look here. Oh, God. It's raining. So, yeah, so if we look at his truck, so there's, you see, it's all sorts of messed up. Side swipe. Can't really see it because of the rain. Hopefully I won't lose signal here. Here's the back end. Yeah. And we also have Dead Fiero back there. That was one of the race cars. But here's the side swipe. That's this piece of garbage truck. So, anyway. And of course, this busted out windshield. Got a huge crack in it. It's not completely busted out. Might as well be, though. Oh, gosh. All right. Let's go back to the sunrise, which it is now 7:33. Sunrise was at 7:29. Oh, no. Anyway. Yeah, it's pretty cold out here. It's pretty cold out here. So, anyway, I don't think we're going to get any sunlight here today. I think we're just going to be just among the clouds. And that's the street I live on. If you look over there, let's see, right there, there's, see that roof right there? And that white ball? If you go over that way a little bit, you can see the spire to the castle. That white ball is a globe that lights up at nighttime. That's a castle over there. I'll have to when the weather gets better, I'll have to do a walkthrough of the neighborhood so you can see these old homes out here. The one that's in front of me over here, that one used to be the Kepka's house, which if you go over here, that one was George Kepka's original house, and then he bought this property here and built that one, and he died back in 2014. And no, no, that's not right. 2010, I believe. And his family is one of the founding families in the area. So there's a lot of Kepkas. His wife was named Janet, and she was the mayor. So it really sucked to live next door to the mayor, because any time that we had something going on at our house, it's like she would like reprimand us all the time. She was kind of an interesting woman, but at the same time, she kind of sucked as a human being. She sold her house. Um, so that's a beautiful house. It's got two kitchens in it, and we share a driveway with that house. And the road dead ends. There used to be a bridge, a little bridge there that went across the creek. There used to also be a barn over here, and the bridge got washed out, and they basically just boarded it up, and people just don't drive across the creek that way anymore. Some people at nighttime, they think that there's a way to get across the creek from our driveway, and have almost went into the creek. All of a sudden you hear the screeching halt on the gravel, and they uh, they just narrowly missed the blockade there where the bridge used to stand, but there's still remnants of um, the bridge. It was just a little tiny bridge. It was like one car could one car could basically go across the bridge, and there would be no room to walk on either side of the car that was driving on the bridge. So it was like one car at a time, um, and it was not a very long bridge at all. Just I think like 70 feet or something like that. Um, and so now it's like to get across the creek, you have to drive past the arches, go across the little bridge that goes into town, and then hang a left, and then meander back along the back road there. Um, it is a beautiful area. There's only like I think 570 people that live out here, 540 maybe, 500 something. Next town over is like 200, and then the next town up is like, you know, even less. Then you got a bunch of people that are totally off grid just above that, but they're kind of hating life right now because the big bridge, the Fairfax Bridge, which is a historic bridge, that was built in late 1890, very early 1900s, uh, was condemned. So nobody can even walk across that bridge right now. So they got barriers up keeping people from getting onto that bridge. So there's a huge thing going on, huge fight with the state trying to get that bridge reopened, because it's like, the only thing that's out here is the highway. It dead ends right into Mount Rainier. Um, so there's off-roading that goes on up there. There's an off-road park. There's also a campground, Lake Mowich. It's not that far from here as well, and um, it's called Sunset Lake um, Campground. And so the businesses out here have been suffering greatly. We got this pizza place that was actually rated the best pizza in Washington State. It's called Carlson Block, and they only make a limited amount of pizza doughs, and the pizza crust recipe is like an original New York style crust, and they have some pretty interesting toppings for their pizzas. And I think they only do like 50 doughs, and then they close up shop for the night. Um, I think they're closed on Wednesdays. It's called Carlson Block. And then there's the Pick and Shovel, which is like this little dive bar. The Wilkinson Saloon has been closed down. There's a little mini grocery store. Those are all in the historic buildings in town. And then the Eagles is right across the street, and then the town hall. Um, and that's it for that. The owner of the only gas station, the last gas station, um, closed down. Now it's a an auto shop. Um, yeah, so that's basically it. That's all we got out here. Um, but the little farm is up for sale. I wish it wasn't so damn expensive. It's an old church that was built in the 1950s. Um, It's no longer used as a church. It was a the people that purchased it was going to refinish the church and turn it into an events venue, which is on another part of the creek, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful property. But it's like I think they want like $750,000 for it, and the church would be a really cute little tiny house because it is tiny. It's like it still has the original church organ up in the uh, what do you call it, upstairs. So there's a church organ up there, and which would be really cool. It's like a little sleeping area, and then just have everything, the whole living space down below, just all open concept. It'd be a cute little tiny house. So I think the entire building is like 1,200 square foot. So it's not really a tiny house, but it'd be cool to convert into a small home. And it's on acreage. Oh, I hear there's some geese. Let's see if we can see them. Canada geese right there. They're honking. Honk, honk. I don't know where they're headed. Um, so, anybody have any questions? Any other questions? This area is just really, really, really nice. I really like this area. Yeah, they're probably going back north. Is that north? No. Let's see here. No, that's east. They're heading east. Or maybe they were heading north, but just kind of went kind of weird. But because we are facing north right now, that is coal mines right up in there. It's all coal mines. There's a house at the very top. There isn't supposed to be because there's coal mines up there, and that's what we're surrounded by are mines. And there's also a sandstone quarry just off to off to the east of us. Have a great day. Have fun in nature. Um, there's really not a hell of a lot to do out here. The creek is kind of worried about the creek because we're supposed to get a whole lot of rain this week. Um, but it's still too cold for the ice and snow to melt just yet. We probably won't start seeing the snow melt until late April. That's when we'll probably get some more flooding. Mid-April, early May. The water stays damn cold because it's fed off the glacier feeds this creek. So the water is even in August the water is damn cold. But I love this area. To be honest, I don't even think that I could. I don't, I don't think I could move out of this state, even though I would love to move out of this state. I keep talking about how screwed up this state is, but without bringing up politics. It's like it's political. The political leanings of the masses around here is startling. So, we're going to be going into spring soon, and so now would be a good time to drop your comments on, what kind of spring foods would you like to see, and are you looking for healthier options, um, side salads for picnics, or um, just let me know what you want to see, and I'll get it up on the to-do list. Um, Swedish meatballs is definitely one of my favorite things to eat. So, and it occurred to me while looking through my videos, don't have Swedish meatballs in there for some strange reason. I don't know why. Um, I do know that I want to do donuts again, remake that donut video. Didn't like the way it turned out. We had a whole lot of problems with that live stream. I think that was like 2 years, almost 2 years ago. So that's on the agenda to redo. Um, I also want to add some more of my chicken wing sauces now that soccer season and baseball season are coming up. It'd be nice to have some game day foods, some more game day food. And still too cold to fire up the smoker, so I would love to do a brisket one of these days. Show you how I do brisket. Brisket is one of those things that I judge a barbecue place on. If they can't do a good brisket, the rest of their stuff is going to be garbage. So what do you want to know? Tell me. Great time to ask questions. Doesn't have to be cooking related. There's a little robin in the street pecking around. As you can see, it's light now. I want to thank you all for coming out and watching the sunrise with me. I think that this 2 weeks of downtime is, gonna help me try to reconnect with my inner self. I've not been liking myself lately. Um, been stressed out an awful lot. A lot of changes at work. Yeah, it's just been rough. So maybe this was divine intervention to get injured at work and have to sit it out for a couple weeks. One of the residents called me on my phone last night, and she's like, "We love you. We miss you. When are you coming back?" I'm like, 2 weeks." She's like, "Really?" She's such a sweetheart. But yes, the residents call me from time to time. It's really sweet of them. As my personal cell phone is on my business card, so they go over there and snag a business card and give me a call. I was like, "What's going on? Are you leaving us?" Even the even the marketing director was like, "You didn't quit on me too, did you?" Because everybody quit, and the mass exodus is still ongoing. Two concierge have turned in their notice. There was a rumor that one of my servers turned in her notice, but she hasn't. I checked in with her to find out what the deal was with that, and she hasn't. How many more you got today, Eddie? How many more? I'm wearing my um aliens. I had those on yesterday. Maybe we need to change them out. So what color should I wear today? see. I've got ones for St. Patrick's Day. I got those ones for St. Patrick's Day, which are little coffee cups. I got red ones. They're sparkly. I got white ones. Those ones are kind of sparkly, but not as sparkly as the other ones. They're also red. Purple that have like geometric pattern in them. Let's see here. I've got a gradient, black to kind of a, I don't know, pinkish red. I have those ones, which is like Aurora Borealis. There's a different one that's a different gradient. I got one that's supposed to be like latte. Another one. It's like a, I don't know, cherry lime float. I already wore those the other day. They're purple and green. Areolas? What? Oh, Finding Nemo. That's Tank Pals. And I got Moana. Got the chicken there. Oh, got another Finding Nemo. This one's Bubbles. Skull and Crossbones with little, they're wearing little pink bows. And I've got cherries. Crime Scene. Uh, that one I like to wear for Mardi Gras because it's kind of jazzy musical notes. I got Hogwarts or Harry Potter. It's the Marauders map. This one is quintessential Washington State. It's got orca whales on them. Brown ones with celestial stuff. Polka dots. Uh, this one's Paris. At nighttime. Then I've got it's like Forest at Twilight. It's got owls on them. Watercolor Koi Pond. We got little kois on them. Got mushrooms. Uh, this one's woodland creatures, and it's got crows or ravens. And there's some bunnies and mushrooms and stuff like that. I got my rubber ducks. You guys have seen those ones a lot. There's that one. Wildflowers. Now we're getting into the flannel argyle ones. that one. I got purple ones. More purple ones. Gray and black. Come on, guys, pick one. Paisleys. More Paisleys. More Paisleys. Scrolls. Gold bokeh. Blue bokeh with stars. Rainbow tortoiseshell. And rainbow. Or just black. I got a bunch of holiday ones. I got that one for Halloween. Another Halloween. Another Halloween. Thanksgiving. Fall. Christmas trees. Christmas pickle. Hey, Mama. Oh, welcome. Got another Christmas one. Another Christmas one. Chip and Dale. It's called Snow Day. Then I got these ones. They're twinkly. Penguins. Gradient snowflakes. Oh, these ones are Valentine's Day. I got that one. That one. And that's breakfast. That is sushi. And then another one for Valentine's Day. Thank you, Rock Hounding. Welcome. I don't know what I want to wear today. What color do I want to wear today? Should probably show the St. Patty's Day ones some love, since we're coming up on that holiday, huh? Which one? Should I wear the green paisleys, the Irish coffee ones, or the Argyle ones? Which one? Pick one. Yeah, they're magnetic. They're made by Pear Eyewear, and the frame is called Wanda. I always liked cat eye glasses. They've always been my favorite type. So I got lots of them, and I got more on the way, and they're pretty cool too. I order them frequently. Oh, and also I got sunglasses too. I got regular one, mirrored, and then I got the pink ones. Pink lenses are great for when you have a migraine. It helps to cut out some of the light, so that it actually helps with migraines. Um, Timmy has what's known as chronic daily headache syndrome, and his headache doctor, headache specialist, recommended that he get pink lenses in his glasses. So he wears rose-colored lenses, right? And I was excited to find out that they made these in pink. So they also block blue rays too. So that's my Pair Eyewear collection, and I've got this huge sunglass case that I keep them all in. I mean, literally, there's a lot. Timmy wasn't lying when he says that I've got like this weird addiction to these things, because I do. It's this is yes, yes, they do. They have men's glasses there too, and those are just the holidays. These are just all the different ones. And then I got more different ones here, more different ones here. So that is a lot. I mean, that's like a lot. That's a lot. See? Because I don't spend a lot of money on my wardrobe. I would rather have cool accessories like this. I also don't wear a lot of jewelry. I have my earrings. Um, I used to have other body piercings too, but we won't go into that. Um, and because I have an allergy to most metals except for surgical stainless steel. So I can wear stainless steel, but I can't wear gold. I can't wear silver or anything like that. I have an allergy to them. No, they don't attach to any glasses. You have to actually buy the glasses, and because they're made for the different frames, they've got a bunch of different frames. Okay, so um, the glasses themselves are like $60, right? And they got different colors and different shapes and stuff like that. So and they're adding more types of frames. So um, yeah, paireyewear.com. Not sponsored. They should sponsor me because I spend a lot of money and I have a subscription to their service. It's like that's an optional thing, but you get a topper every month, and you get discounts on additional toppers. Hey, Simple Happy Life, welcome. We're having coffee. I had mine pierced twice. Okay, I had to go in for back surgery. They made me take them out. By the time that I got around to being able to, put them back in, the holes closed up. So I had to go and have them pierced again. And then I went in for a mammogram and had to take them out. And I put them back in, but then I found out that I had breast cancer. So they had to um, they had to do surgery, and I couldn't get it back in that hole again. So I just said to heck with it. I'm not going to do it a third time because going through the scar tissue the second time was really painful. It was really painful, and because mine aren't sensitive at all. So I thought about getting them redone though, like fairly recently. I was like, well, now that the place where I get my tattoos, the tattoo shop that I go to usually, they finally got piercer over there. So I was thinking about getting my ears pierced again. I was thinking about getting the one that's way up in here that's supposed to help with headaches. Because I've got a constant headache because they cut me from here. You can't really see the scar. I don't know, maybe you can see the scar. It starts here and it goes back up and around and behind my ear. My hair is kind of thin right here because of that. Never really fully grew in. So it's like, that's one of the things that kept me off of YouTube because it's like, I always felt very insecure about the fact that, I got like this area where my hair is not very thick anymore. And sometimes if my hair is not laying down properly, it's like you can see it. I just don't really care anymore. I really don't care anymore. I don't care what people think because it's like, that was my brain cancer journey. Um, so it's also made me a little stupid too. So that's why sometimes I lose track of my inner squirrel. And that was something that I was really self-conscious about for a while too. Had mine done 3 times. I will tell you later on. Okay, I'm sure that. Yeah, but you're Jerry. You're old. Uh, it's it. If I take my hair down, let's see if I can get it. And you can also see that my head is kind of misshapen there because take the hair down for a second. It's purposely kind of greasy because I'm gonna go and get rid of this gray today. Um, so let's see here. There, I can see it right there. See that right there? The start of it. And there's this weird freaking lump right here. This is where it was. So, I don't know. Ugh. I put my hair back up. Yeah, it's like gray hair right here. It's like having a halo. I don't know why all of a sudden it's bothering me, but it's bothering me. Gets up. Oh, so much for that. All right. So, yeah. Let's go back over to now. Now we're seeing the morning mist. Let's see if I can. That's the hillside right there. Yeah, yeah. I got this divot in my head. Um, freaking shoulder, man. What was I saying? So anyway, thank you. I cut a lot of it off not too long ago, just before. I think it was either before Thanksgiving or before Christmas. It was before a holiday. It was before a holiday, and I walked in to a salon that I'd never been to before, and it's like uh, all of the stylists there were Vietnamese, and I could barely understand a word they were saying. And it's like this one woman comes up to me. She goes, uh, "What can I do for you?" But I couldn't understand what she said. And I said, "I'd like to get my hair cut." I know, right? Yes, that's a hill. Good morning. Um, that's that there is it's full of mine shafts, and it's not buildable because because of the mine shafts. They could collapse if there's houses built up there. But there is a house built up there because I think it's the Pololis, which is one of the founding families that lives out here as well. The grandson or somebody bought the property, that whole, I think it's like 90 acres or something up at the top of that hill. And he planned to build a house there, and they wouldn't let him build a house there, but there's a house up there. Um, it's really kind of funny because to come down off that hill, they have to drive this dirt road, and every once in a while, it's like you could see uh, headlights up in there, up in that area, right there. Um, mine was down almost to my knees, um, and I had it cut off, and it was really kind of funny because it's like my identity for the longest time is that I had long hair, um, very long hair, and um, back when I had brain surgery, I didn't know what they were going to do, and I wanted to just shave my entire head. And Timmy's like, "No, you're not going to shave your head. You're just not going to shave it. Just see what they're going to do." Oh man, hospital hack job. And so um, they ended up shaving half my head, and uh, I cried. So for like 2 months, I couldn't do anything really with my hair, and finally, it's like after the scabs from the from the incision uh, were gone, I was able to go into the hairstylist and have them cut it and try to fix it so that it looked like it blended in. And so it's like that was just so weird, but she did her best. And uh, back around the holidays, I don't remember which holiday, I decided, you know what, I'm going to get it cut off, went into this new salon. That's where I was going with this. So this is part of the problem with my memory is sometimes my squirrel just decides to go a different direction and I forget totally what I'm talking about, which is kind of funny in a way, but also not at the same time because it's very frustrating. Um, so so she's like, "You like color?" And I'm like, "What? Do I need color?" She's like, "Yeah, you look old." And I'm like, "Gee, thanks." To the point there, are we? And so I'm like, "Okay, all right, yeah, all right, we could do color." So uh, um, she's like, "Why are you gonna leave, Jerry? Don't leave me." I'm old too, so just not as old as you. But I'm messing with you, Jerry. So, anyhow, um, after a while, it's like she's like talking me into this color. It's like, I just, if I'm gonna dye my hair, I want it the same color that it is naturally, and don't do any weird colors. So she ended up doing this brown color, which, the swatch looked blonde, and I'm like, why are you wanting to make me blonde? And is that even going to cover any gray? Because I didn't realize how much gray I had until after she applied the color and my hair was dried. I was like, holy cow. Okay, so maybe this color. It took me about a week to get to to actually like the color of my hair, and but it was really kind of cool because it's like by the time all was said and done, it looked like Chewbacca blew up all over the floor, and I almost had a freak out because I hadn't actually gone in to have my hair cut in a long time that drastically. And she cut off quite a bit, um, quite a lot. But uh, oh, you're insulted. Okay, so uh, you're not insulted. You are not. You're not. We love you, Jerry. Maybe Jerry can get Gary's grow mane. We just don't know if it'll actually grow hairs on your head or if it's just gonna only for your nose. But we can always try it out. Let's give it a whirl, see what happens, right? Next thing you know, Jerry's showing up to the next meetup with frickin' dreadlocks coming out of his nose or something like that. That'd be funny. Yeah, it's starting to roll in. It's morning morning fog. Uh, and it's probably going to get worse. We're probably not going to see the hill in the next half hour. So we could watch that for a little while and see where we end up at the 9 o'clock mark, or end it soon. I hate fog. So it's going to be raining for a while, and who knows what the wind is. Maybe we'll pop back on at 3 o'clock, and uh, you guys can watch the storm roll in. Those are always fun, especially when the wind starts to howl on the other side of this hill. We're actually surrounded by a bunch of hills. It's almost kind of like a little bowl, and sometimes we can hear. Well, it'll be perfectly still where we are, but on the other side of the ridge, all you hear is just this horrible howling noise. And then next thing you know it, we're getting messages from the kids. Hey, the power's out over here. You guys okay? It's like, no, we're good. Sometimes it just totally misses us because of where how we sit. Sometimes the wind comes straight up the highway, and just all you can hear are cracks from the trees that are breaking along the highway. Okay, what's the question, Double Dog? And we don't get a lot of thunderstorms here. Sugar-free Nutter Butters. Yes, yes, I know how to make those. I can also make them gluten-free as well. And I've made them. They're very simple. I just don't have the little peanut cookie cutter anymore. So I just make them as rounds. Just make them as peanut butter sandwich cookies. They're so easy to make. Yes, it can be made. Well, I care about gluten free, but um, okay, yeah, I'll put that on the list. So far, we've got what do we have so far on the list? What's on the what's on the list? Let's see here. Go to Blogger. Hang on a second. Let me take a look here. Blogger dashboard. I'll add that to the list. Let's see here. It's under welcome to my newly refurbished blog. I took it all. Okay, so far. Okay, so I'm gonna add Nutter Butters. All right, all right. Hit save. Okay, so what we got coming up is um, sugar-free key lime pie. Then we also have molten lava cakes coming up next, and then not necessarily in this order because it just depends on seasonality. Uh, Carrot cake, cherry pie, Dutch apple pie, handmade sugar-free graham crackers because there aren't any sugar-free graham crackers. I've looked. Not one can be found. Sugar-free marshmallows because of course we got to make s'mores, right? So that's definitely going to be a summer thing. Maybe we'll do that early summer, like in June-ish. I don't know. Sugar-free barbecue sauce, daqua, cinnamon rolls, Nutter Butters. Oh, chocolate chip cookies. Okay, chocolate chip cookies. Okay, chip cookies. All right, so that's on the list. And these are all the sugar-free. This is just the sugar-free list. Uh, chocolate chip cookies. Yeah, definitely. But anyway, I got a special way to make honey grams, honey graham crackers, and they are sugar-free. Yes, well, actually, they have a trace amount of sugar because instead of using honey, we use uh, bee pollen, bee pollen powder. So we get that honey taste. So there's like 1 gram of sugar. But it's like it's very very low on the glycemic index. So um, it'll be good. Oh, look at that! Devil Dog's got the crown. There's a new troll sticker coming. I'm still working on it. I think what I need to do is I need to have a leaderboard for sticker troll stickers. Because I think, let's see here, Devil Dog's got 2, Gary's got 2, Ed's got 3. Yeah, 3. So Ed is in the lead for sticker troll stickers. Oh, and She Cooks and Roasts has got 1 for Sketty Lube. Coconut cream pie. I think it was simply Jan that was asking about chess pie. I don't know. It's kind of like a custard pie. It's a southern staple. Um, But I will. I love coconut cream pies. I'll put that on the list. Coconut cream pie. Yeah, here's the winner at the bottom. Yeah. So I think we need to have a scoreboard for that. See who ends up with the most stickers at the end of the year and have a big drawing. Um, but now that I've said that, everybody's going to be saying stupid things to get me to create a sticker out of it. I need to see that now. That's pretty funny. But yeah, so and I'm just talking about the sticker troll stickers. I'm not talking about the cute ones that, you know, like the Taco Simon one. Actually, that one kind of no, that one was just made for Taco. Um, and then Mason's got one, and his is the Viking seahorse. See, Belt Loop's got one, and that one's a cute one. Uh, the moose, the moose really isn't a sticker troll sticker. It's a sticker troll sticker without the troll part. So that's a cute one. Uh, he's got two of those. That and he's got the one for his channel and then the Willie D Moose Lodge. They will be, but not me. Well, that kind of blows, Jerry. Actually, you got troll toweled. The towel troll got you good, but that frickin' four-toed sloth one just kills me. God dang, that's so funny, man. Yes, you can make those with no sugar. Um, the ones that I do are snickerdoodles, which are basically just sugar cookies. Uh, but I do make sugar-free snickerdoodles. Yeah, you can actually see it forming right there behind those trees. My dead basil plant. I'm hoping that'll come back. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I don't usually make the iced sugar cookies. Although I have a way of making royal icing sugar free. You're the one hoarding the wieners and pickles in his tunnel, even. Yeah. But anyway, so snickerdoodles is just a glorified glorified sugar cookie. It's rolled in cinnamon and sugar, which you can do that with sugar substitute. But I have a way to make royal icing sugar free. But you gotta not be allergic to egg whites. A lot of people are looking at removing sugars because that's one of the things that they talk about as far as what feeds cancer. You know, besides hormones, it's sugar. It puts your body more in an acidic state, which is it causes all sorts of problems when your body is in that kind of state. You want your body to be more in an alkaline state. Everything works optimally. That's what I learned working for fitness trainers. And so going with more whole foods, Um, Cancers like sugar. Um, I'm not really sure if there's been extensive research related to that, but a lot of people seem to think that, a lot of sugar has a tendency to cause cancers. But, a lot of sugar also causes a lot of other things, like diabetes, which, you know, doesn't just affect the pancreas, it can affect all your major organs in your body. Plus, it also causes weight gain. And everything seems to have sugar in it these days, or at least high fructose corn syrup. I remember back in the day when high fructose corn syrup was prevalent in everything that was prepared. Now it's like you look at the label, high fructose corn syrup, sugar, 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 and which leads me to believe that the reason for the the addition of sugar to just about everything is because people tend to gravitate to sweet, especially people that are older, because the taste buds seem to deaden over time. And it's one of the things that they noticed with people with dementia. That's the last taste that disappears for them is the taste of sweet. That was one of the ways that they would get people with dementia to um, eat more was to add sugar to everything. Um, because when you have dementia, several things happen. You forget to eat, you forget to drink, so you end up with seniors with dementia that have a tendency to get urinary tract infections a lot. That's usually their downfall is urinary tract infections, and which causes urinary tract infections usually cause other symptoms like confusion, which can be really bad with people that have dementia. They also stop eating, and when the body loses those signals to eat, um, they end up starving, and it's a slow and painful death because then the body is like, okay, so we're not getting what we need, so we need to start uh, shutting down, and uh, so that's why a lot of people with the advanced stages, the end stages of dementia, they're oftentimes put on uh, protein shakes toward end of life. Um, because the body is like, okay, we're not eating anymore, we're not getting the nutrients that we need anymore, so let's just start shutting down the kidneys and the liver and then the heart and so on and so forth. So in order to help combat that, a little bit of sugar is added to food. Um, I'm not saying that that's the reason for everything having sugar in it, but um, it's just kind of interesting because maybe that is part of the reason. Who knows? It's just to make it more appealing to people so that they have cravings for said food, and so if you have cravings for it, then you're going to eat it more. You're going to want it more. Um, and it's just a slippery slope because now more and more people have diabetes in this country anyway. It's also a higher instance of um, obesity. Oh, I love chocolate. But you know what? Chocolate is actually a superfood. It's just that chocolate these days compared to back in the 70s, totally different. It's like I remember being able to eat a Hershey's bar and used to enjoy that, but now it's like I eat a Hershey bar and it's like, why is it so damn sweet? It's just sickly sweet. You can't even taste the chocolate anymore. So quality chocolate is having a little bit of quality chocolate is not bad for you at all. Um, just everything in moderation, right? Oh, Klondike bars. Um, I have a tendency to blow up KitchenAid, so I don't even have a KitchenAid anymore. I've got a Bosch. Um, the KitchenAids, there's so many accessories for that thing, including an ice cream maker. But you have to put the bowl in the freezer, and it's not dishwasher safe. Um, but it's easy to clean. But you know, KitchenAids are great for the average person, just not me, because um, I'm cursed with a dead appliances curse. Hey Joey, welcome. Long time no see. Popped into your channel a few days ago or so, or maybe it was last week. I don't remember. And you were out bowling with some folks. Then I had to go to bed. Um, it's good to see you, Joey. So bowling enthusiasts, go check out Joey. Um, I'm out for the count for a while. I sprained my shoulder and got calcific tendinosis. So either I need to switch back to my left hand, or I'm just gonna have to wait it out on going bowling for a while. I don't want to have to swap my bowling ball over to a left-handed drilling. Um, and it's like bowling balls are expensive these days, so it's like, you know, is it worth going and getting a left-handed ball drilled and then having to go and get a whole other pair of shoes? I don't know. So yeah, we were watching the sunrise together. Hey Ed, good morning. And now we were watching the fog roll in. Now it's raining. We have a storm warning. Uh, Wind gusts up to 50 miles an hour. That's supposed to hit our area at 3 o'clock. So maybe I'll come back again later on, and you guys can watch the storm roll in, which is kind of fascinating um, where we're at, we got a lot of visible area in this little nook, and we can actually watch the clouds traveling east, and it's just really cool to watch, but also a little bit frightening. And up on that hillside, uh, watching the trees just go absolutely wild, and then coming back a year later and seeing which trees have come down. We've actually seen trees. See, there's a clearing right there in between that little smattering of trees and this bigger smattering of trees right there. There used to be two trees up there, and those trees came down um, in the last storm. Um, we actually watched them come down. And if you've never seen trees come down before, because those trees are exceeding 70 feet in height, okay? They've been around for a very long time. So if you've never seen a tree actually come down in a windstorm before, it's pretty exciting because it's in slow motion. You can hear the crack, 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 and then you see it slowly swaying and then just disappearing, and you can hear the thump. because it echoes. Because we're in this little semicircle bowl. It's we got we got hills there, hills off to the east of us, and then uh, to the south of us as well. And there's also a hill off to the west, but it's not nearly as it's considerably closer to us, but it's not nearly as tall as that hill right there. Um, so yeah, yeah, the West Coast has just been just hammered by um, just been hammered by fog this year. I mean, a good majority of November, December, and January was insanely foggy here, and part of part of February too. Oh, got a doctor's appointment this morning. I'm probably not going to be on for much longer because we've already been going at it for an hour and a half, and hour and a half seems to be my sweet spot where my squirrel starts to go really crazy, and then next thing I know, it, I'm just word salading all over the place. Um, so we're probably going to end it here in a few moments. So if anybody's got anything else to add to this list of sugar-free delights, speak now or forever hold your peace. Again, the list that we have, what's upcoming this next one is key lime pie. The next one following that is molten lava cake, and not in order. It all depends on seasonality. Got carrot cake, cherry pie, Dutch apple pie, graham crackers from scratch. And those are going to be sugar free, and they're going to be honey grams, but we're going to use uh, bee pollen powder to get that honey taste to it. It gives it just a very slight hint of honey taste to it without adding a lot of sugar to it, even though honey is naturally occurring, but it is lower on that glycemic index. Maybe we'll touch on glycemic index at some point, and start introducing some low sugar options to the list as well, and then maybe do like a side by side comparison. Um, then we got sugar-free marshmallows as well, um, which leads us to s'mores. I'm not sure how we're gonna do that because it's like if we make the graham crackers one month and then the marshmallows another month and then s'mores the next month, those marshmallows are going to be pretty freaking horrible. So probably what we'll do is we'll do graham crackers, um, and then do marshmallows and then do s'mores. Um, Maybe uh, all in one video. I don't know, or one live stream. I don't know. Sugar-free waffle cones. Yeah, it's that's kind of funny that you should mention that because waffle cones. See, I don't have the waffle iron for that. But the recipe for it is very 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 simple and very 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 basic, and you can actually use that same recipe to make, believe it or not, fortune cookies. Fortune cookies and waffle cone uh, batter is basically the same thing, just like it's a little thinner for the fortune cookies, and usually what I use is instead of vanilla extract, I use almond extract in it. Um, I used to make these giant fortune cookies. They were about the size of a saucer. I need a waffle iron. I've got two waffle irons, but not for waffle cones, which is they're not the the grid is not as deep, um, and the waffle pattern is actually tighter. Um, I used to have a waffle cone maker at the barbecue place that I used to work at long, 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 long ago, and we used to make our own waffle cones from scratch. Um, those were those were fun. Hey, Penny Ortiz. Uh, yeah, different plate size, and the two waffle makers that I've got doesn't have the the finer pattern. This we got. I got Timmy a what's known as the stuffler, which is a stuffed waffle maker, where you make these I mean, they're almost 2 inches thick stuffed waffles, and you can stuff them with just about anything. I mean, literally anything. And so we were doing stuffed waffles for a while, and nothing better than having savory stuffed waffles, where you got meats and cheeses and stuff like that all inside this waffle. But what's really cool about the stuffed waffles as a savory thing is that they make an awesome chicken and waffle sandwich. Because you put the cheese in there, and then you can put sausage in there, and like breakfast sausage and onions and so on and so forth, and then you just make just a basic milk gravy for dipping and you could put like a little titch of maple syrup in the milk gravy for dipping your chicken and waffle sandwich in it. So you use two of those stuffed waffles for the bread for the sandwich, and then you make uh, fried chicken, your own fried chicken tenders. Um, Pound out some chicken breast and marinate it in buttermilk overnight, and then make your dredge and make your egg and buttermilk uh, wash, you know, and just make you know these really thin chicken breasts. Um, it's coated in fried chicken batter, and then put it on the sandwich that way with the sausage, with the breakfast sausage. I like the Jimmy Dean bulk maple sausage for that. It's just so good. I freaking love that stuff. I love that stuff. That's like my favorite. It's like, as you know, yeah, I'm a chef, but there's just some things that are just so delightful. And Jimmy Dean sausage is actually pretty damn good sausage, especially for making sausage gravy and stuff like that. But that maple one, oh god, it's so good. So inside the waffle, right? And then if you want, you could do a sunny side up egg on top of the chicken, and then put the other waffle on top, and then just dip it in milk gravy. So good, so good, so good. Maybe I need to do some videos of that, show off how to make stuffed waffles, savory waffles, and not chaffles like what Jason Keto does, but waffles, and do the sloppy Joe waffle. That one's really cool. It's got sloppy Joe filling in it, and cheese and stuff like that. Yeah, but you know what? It's like I do a lot of weird things. Yes, I've been classically trained in French cuisine, but I like quirky foods. I like to see what kind of quirky thing I can make, and I think that's why we started the Mystery Wheel of Misfortune, was so that we can see what it's like to have nothing to cook with, and what can you make with it, and is it going to be good or not. And we've had a few that I've like spit out and was like, nope, not doing it. And a couple of them I wanted to spit out, but I was being a not mean friend to Katie, and actually ate that hillbilly sushi thing that I made. It's like, god dang, that one was rough. Um, And then there was the beef tongue that sent me to the emergency room. Um, that one was, yes, I love crepes. My crepe maker is sadly at work in a bag, in a shopping bag beside my desk. And I forgot to load that back into my car. So I've got a electric cordless crepe maker because we did a French. They're called armchair travels. I work for seniors living, and so armchair travels is, the activity director creates activities for them to learn about, another country and stuff like that. And they're basically doing an armchair travel. And part of that is cooking something from that country as a meal and having like a celebration with appetizers and live music. And they're getting schnockered and watching a whole bunch of elderly people getting just totally smashed is kind of funny, but not at the same time. Sometimes their mouths get away from them and they start saying a whole bunch of things. Wow, that fog has really rolled in. Look at that. That hill's almost disappeared. So anyway, I one of the part of the activity was to learn how to make crepes from scratch. So I taught a class on how to and demonstrated how to make crepes. So they got to have fresh made blintzes for that activity. They got a chance to try those out. And I made a mostarda di frutta, which is Italian, not French, but it's okay. So I made mostarda di frutta and then folded it in with some uh, bourbon aged honey, some fermented honey that was bourbon aged, and Mont Chevre, which is goat cheese. Hello, Jessica. So we folded that all together and then put it into the crepe and rolled it up like a little burrito, and um, voila, you got a sweet blintz. Um, which blintzes are actually Israeli. Um, but anyhow, so it was like we were hitting three cultures at once. But crepes are, um, actually crepes probably come from another country entirely and was just, codified by the French. It's probably like China or something like that because it's like everything's come from China even back then. That's how food has traveled all over the world. And so that's why you see a lot of things that resemble other things, like, for example, empanadas. Um, you know, there's samosas that are similar, and so on and so forth. Pierogies is another example. You got Chinese dumplings, and then you look at pierogies, then you go and look at, you know, stuff in Italy, and it's like, okay, so that's kind of like a pierogi of sorts, but not at the same time, you know. So every culture around the world has influenced food in other regions of the world. So it's really cool in that regard. So no, the French did not invent all these ways of cooking. They just made it more streamlined, if that makes any sense. And then there's also the whole thought, well, was it the French or was it the Italians? You know, they're basically neighbors. They can share the accolades, I guess. I don't know, but pasta did not originate in Italy. It originated in China. Again, you know, other countries have influenced foods, just like Vietnamese food, very high influence of French cuisine in Vietnam, believe it or not. So, okay, so Penny says, I'm fairly new to your channel. I have a question. What would you say is your signature dishes be out of all that be out of all that make? Okay, so my signature dishes, um, Let's see, I got to think about that one for a moment. So, one of my signature dishes is my dad's clam chowder. Um, I've I've modified it a little bit to make it a little bit more my own, but not a whole lot has changed with it. My father used to have a little cafe in the Pike Place Market back in the day. Um, and one of the things that was very popular there was his clam chowder, and there was like this. Well, I made a salmon chowder, which is very similar in fashion to the clam chowder, but I will make the clam chowder eventually. You're just not going to see the two secret ingredients that's in it. But anyway, so there was question as to whether or not it could have been possible that my father's clam chowder was the inspiration for the Pike Place Market clam chowder, because my dad's cafe existed long before the Pike Place Market clam chowder existed. There's debate about that. I don't really care. It was my dad's clam chowder. That's all that matters to me, is it was my dad. So every Friday for many, many, many years, my father passed away in 2002 at the age of 93 from the same brain cancer that I had, I think 8 years ago now. But anyway, that's what ultimately killed him. But then again, he was 93 at the same time. So it's like, he died from old age, yet he had brain cancer. But anyhow, so now my squirrel's going crazy. This is why I only do 90-minute lives usually, because I'm all over the place after this. So anyway, my dad used to do a bunch of, when my dad retired, he did a bunch of clam chowder cook-offs. And my dad won a lot of them, and they ultimately ended up banning him from the competition. So he asked me to go in his place and submit his clam chowder, and I won several of them. And then they put two and two together and realized, wait a minute, that's the daughter of the person we banned, so no, she can't compete anymore. Um, Even my children don't have that recipe. The only other person that has that recipe is my sous chef, Josh, aka Fat Kid. I speak of him fondly, quite quite frequently. He is the only other person that knows my clam chowder recipe, including the secret ingredients, because I know that he will keep that secret safe. He had been my sous chef for a very long time. Come to think of it, he and I were driving home from work together because we carpooled to work. Um, when I had when I had my car accident that led me down the you got brain cancer rabbit hole. And that's how we found out that I had brain cancer, was suffering from a concussion from that car accident. So anyway, that recipe is very near and dear to my heart, um, and it's one recipe that even my children don't know, and I don't think that they will ever get it. I think that once when I die, and once when Josh dies, whichever comes last, that recipe will die with me, because I don't. Yeah, he's he's a pilot, and I'm not sure. No, he's not. He wasn't dressed in his pilot outfit. I don't know which airline he works for, but he's a real. His family are just the sweetest. They're just so cool. Um, and so anyway, I don't know where I've lost it. I've lost it. This is yeah. So anyway, I forgot what I was saying, but that's one of them. Yeah, it's starting to really thicken. Um, the other one that is a signature dish is a flourless chocolate tart or tort that has um no, not that one. That one. Okay, let me see. Let me see if I can pull some pictures up here. This is the only way that I know how to share pictures. I was going to give you the secret recipe, maybe one day, but oh man, I can't even get onto my Facebook from this. I don't know what the hell's going on with this tablet. Anyhow, one of the other ones is mousse, and it's a chocolate mousse, but it's very rich. It doesn't have the airy consistency that you would find with the chocolate mousse. Um, but then it's got either a blood orange, an orange, or lemon curd, and then it gets like it's not it's known as dacqua, and it's like a French macaron without the filling in the middle of it. So it's the cookie part, and it's a stacked layer dessert that I usually layer inside of a wine glass, um, and sometimes it has a strawberry filling in it. But I like to get my strawberry rhubarb very drunk. Um, so there's that. There's also this other one that has a creme anglaise. It's a uh, bourbon. It's a bourbon creme anglaise with a spiced cake, a wine poached pear with mulled wine, and it's got the bourbon aged mulled wine reduction and creme fraiche, with pickled huckleberries and fried sage leaf. And the other one is a savory cheesecake, which has a cognac, fig, um, glaze, and heirloom tomatoes. And the cheese that's used in the savory cheesecake is Montchevre, which is a goat cheese. It's infused with lavender, um, and it has like a butter cracker crust to it. So it's not sweet at all, except for the glaze, which is cognac, blood orange, and fig. And then it also has onion in there and juniper, and then heirloom tomatoes that are sliced and set on top of it. Um, oh, and basil leaves. So it's not really a caprese, so to speak, because there's no mozzarella in there, but it kind of has a caprese like thing. Um, so uh, there's that. Let's see here. What else? Um, uh, chicken coconut curry soup that I make. Um, there's also a chicken dish that I make. I can't even describe it. I'm gonna have to make that one of these days. Um, I I do a lot of quirky things. I like to do fusion foods. Um, and it just depends on my mood. Just like yesterday, I had a terrible craving for shrimp tacos, but I didn't make them because I didn't go to the store because my prescription wasn't ready, and I don't want to have to make two trips to the grocery store. So, I love tacos. Then there's also my chicken wing sauces, which I've got videos for. Um, Not all my chicken wing sauces are there, but quite a lot of them are there. Um, my Thai ginger one is really, really, really good. Really, really, really simple. You don't even have to cook it. You just blend it together and, done. But if you cook your wings in the oven and then take them out and toss them in the sauce and then, put them in a searing hot pan and just stir fry them, it'll get caramelized and oh my God, they're so good. And then there's the miso honey um, wing sauce that I just recently did. Um, that one was really, really, really good. And um, if you like wings, I got so many wing sauces. I was very well known for my wings at one of the bars that I worked at. We'd probably go through about 150 pounds of chicken wings in a weekend. And they were good. They were really good. Wow, traffic jam here. So majority of my content is live streams because I like the social aspect. You're coming into my kitchen and everybody's having a social hour where they're just hanging out in the kitchen and chit chatting and whatnot. And I'm cooking up something and possibly catching my hair on fire or setting fire to a creme brulee or doing something goofy. Um, but it's a lot of fun. It's, I used to have these huge dinner parties all the time. Everybody used to congregate in my kitchen. When we moved out here to the middle of freaking nowhere, a lot of our friends didn't bother coming anymore. So it's like that kind of ended the whole dinner party thing because I had at least two dinner parties a month at my house in Tacoma. And I had a huge kitchen. It was actually as big as the kitchen that I've got right now. So, um, but everybody used to hang out in the kitchen. You lost your crown. Oh my gosh. Well, Jesus criminy, he's up to like he's number one in all of my lives that are pre-scheduled. It's like he's up at like 1,500 points on one of them, and I'm like, well, damn, dude, that crown means a lot to you, doesn't it? So, it's just kind of funny. I don't know. Let's take a look here. I'll tell you which one it is. Uh, Key Lime Pie, where he's up to 1,500. See your top fans. 1475 on the key lime pie. Pasta. Let's see here. Top fans. 1,275 on the pasta one. That one's going to be exciting. I love making pasta. Let's do brunch. Let's see here. Top fans. 1,175 for belt loop. Yeah, exactly. Um, yeah. So he goes in there and does that. That's funny. You guys crack me up over that. I love y'all. Yeah, it's just a way to improve engagement on live streams to get people to fight for that crown. So that's pretty cool. Have you wrote a cookbook? I have a cookbook. I have a cookbook. but I keep putting it away. Where is the damn thing? It's on my porch somewhere. It's among all my catering supplies that's sitting all over the back, all over the porch behind me. I had to clean my car out when the butlers came out, so I got all my catering supplies all over my porch right now. Um, so anyway, yes, I have a cookbook. No, it's not printed yet and edited for print yet, but maybe I need to start working on that again. I know that the butlers are working on the sugar-free one, and they're, Susan sits in the background and takes notes and whatnot, and does all the modifications, and you know, we talk about the recipe and how we could have made it better, and so she goes in and she edits it. So I think that Susan and Jerry are going to be working on the sugar-free cookbook. Um, I don't know. I gotta talk to them about that, but at some point we're gonna have enough recipes in there. I got to start taking pictures. I got to pull the Nikon out and start taking professional pictures of all the things so that we can have pictures of them. Susan is back there helping Jerry try and beat me, Civvy. LOL. Yeah, yeah. Well, got to admit your cheesecakes were pretty over the top. Um, that chocolate one with the chocolate cream and all the all the cookies and candies and nuts was pretty amazing. Uh, out, you know, it's pretty impressive, really impressive watching you guys, do these things because it's like now you guys can say I can bake, you know, and yeah, if you ever hang on, yeah, it's like I think Susan's also working on different variations to cheesecakes, uh, to the cheesecake as well. I think she was writing that. Mine was pretty basic. It just had sugar-free Oreo cookies broken up into it because we're kind of plain Janes when it comes to that sort of thing. Because I can't believe I forgot about my pecan pie. We had slices out of it, and that was it. It's like I forgot. Um, no, actually, Eddie, if you were to start your own cottage industry uh, business and bake those things in little mini mason jars and take them down to the farmers market, I bet you could probably sell those really easily. Um, you just have to, find a way to keep them cold, which I guess you could do that in an ice chest, um, and then just have Jamie print up stickers for them for the jars, and you could just stick a sticker on them when you pull them out of the ice chest. I bet you could probably sell them. Have like some crazy concoction and be able to sell them as sugar-free items because there really isn't a lot of sugar-free desserts out there for people that are diabetic. And um, but yeah, you could probably make a little bit of money off of those cheesecakes. Just saying. I love barbecue competitions. I've never won one. I did get an honorable mention on a on a rum pecan pie at a barbecue competition, but that was about it. That was a long, long time ago. But anyway, guys, I've been at this for a couple hours. So I think I'm going to just call it a day. Pretty much just wanted to, show you the rainy hillside up here and come and watch the sunset. Thank you for watching the sunset with me. Um, and talk about my shoulder. So I'm sure I'll see pretty much all y'all somewhere on somebody else's live stream, somewhere on the YouTube streets. But thank you so much for coming out and hanging out. And don't forget to cook with love and eat with passion. Have a great day, y'all. And don't forget, be kind to one another. Love ya. Bye.